Welcome back to RF Coins, the channel where history meets hidden treasure. If you're a collector, a treasure hunter, or just love American coinage, then you've landed in the right place. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most underrated coins in your pocket change, the 1998 Lincoln penny. Yes, that small copper-colored coin you might overlook every single day. But what if I told you that some of these 1998 Lincoln cents are selling for thousands of dollars, and in one incredibly rare case, more than $585,000? Stick with me as we uncover the fascinating history of this iconic coin, what makes it so valuable, how to identify the rare and costly varieties, and what the current coin market is saying about this 1-cent treasure. So, get comfortable and let's dig in. Let's start with some context. The Lincoln cent is one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features the classic profile of Lincoln, which has remained largely unchanged for over a century. Fast forward to 1998. By this year, the Lincoln cent had undergone several changes in composition. From 1909 to 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper. But in 1982, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a zinc core with a thin copper plating. That means your 1998 penny is not solid copper, it's primarily zinc, with just enough copper on the outside to maintain the familiar color. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite being a common coin, with over 5 billion made across the Philadelphia and Denver mints, some 1998 Lincoln pennies are extremely valuable, and it's not because of the metal. It's because of errors, varieties, and something called the wide AM reverse. Now let's get into the reason you're really here. Why are some 1998 pennies worth thousands, and in rare cases, even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Let's talk about the 1998 wide AM penny. Most 1998 pennies were struck with what's called a close AM design on the reverse. That's the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America. In the standard close AM variety, the two letters almost touch. But in a few rare cases, a reverse die meant for proof coins was used on regular circulation strikes. This reverse has a noticeable gap between the A and the M, and that's what collectors call the wide AM variety. These pennies are extremely desirable among numismatists. Why? Because they weren't supposed to be released for circulation. It's a classic mint mistake. And that makes them rare. To identify one, flip the coin over and look at the word America. If there's a space between the A and the M, congratulations, you may have found a wide AM variety. Combine that with a high-grade condition, and your penny could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. There are only a handful of known 1998 wide AMs in MS67 or higher. In auctions, they've sold for between $300 and over $5,000 depending on grade and appeal. Now, let's talk about the headline grabber. Rumors have circulated in coin forums and collector communities about a 1998 Lincoln cent selling or being valued at over $585,000. Is it true? Yes, and no. While there's no confirmed public auction where a 1998 penny sold for exactly $585,346, there have been appraisals and private sales of extremely rare error coins that fetched six-figure prices. Sometimes these coins combine multiple rare features: a wide AM, a double die obverse, and an extremely high mint state condition like MS69 or even a unique experimental strike. It's possible that a one-of-a-kind or prototype coin struck in 1998 reached this incredible value in a private collector transaction. These coins aren't just rare, they're once-in-a-lifetime finds. So, could your penny be worth over $500,000? The chances are astronomically small, but not zero. And that's part of the thrill of coin hunting. Sometimes, it's just a matter of checking your change drawer. So you want to find out if your 1998 penny is one of the rare ones. Here's exactly what to do. First, look at the back of the coin. Look closely at the letters A and M in America. Letters almost touching. This is the common version. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope if you can. Your naked eye might miss small details. You can also look for other signs of rarity. check Lincoln's eye, ears, or the date for signs of doubling. This could indicate a doubled die. Coins in uncirculated condition or still shining like new are always worth more. If you think you have a rare variety, get it graded. A professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can confirm the authenticity and assign a grade. This step is crucial if you're planning to sell or insure your coin. One-of-a-kind varieties or discovery coins, appraised value can exceed $500,000 if authenticated. This means that the penny in your pocket right now might be hiding real value, but only if you know what to look for. So, what have we learned? The 1998 Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of change. It's a symbol of American craftsmanship, a potential treasure, and for the lucky few, a life-changing payday. Check your pocket change. Go through your old coin jars. Look for the wide AM. You never know, your penny could be the one worth $585,000 or more, and remember, knowledge is power in coin collecting. The more you learn, the more value you can uncover, and that's what RF Coins is all about. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more coin deep dives, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload. Drop a comment below if you found any rare 1998 pennies, or just want to say hello to the RF Coins community. And I'll see you next time, right here, on RF Coins. Welcome back to RF Coins. If you're passionate about coins, currency, hidden gems in pocket change, and the untold stories behind America's historic coins, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern Lincoln cents ever minted, the 2000 Lincoln penny. This little copper-plated treasure might look ordinary at first glance, but under the right conditions, it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard me right. Some 2000 Lincoln pennies have fetched values up to $585,345 in the coin market. That's right, over $500,000 for a coin that you might just find tucked inside an old jar or even in your pocket change. So grab a drink, sit back, and stay with me till the very end, because we're about to uncover the real value, the surprising history, and the key details you must know about this incredible piece of United States coinage. And don't forget, if you love discovering rare coins and learning what makes them valuable, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a coin worth thousands or even millions hiding in plain sight. This is RF Coins. Let's get into it. The history of the Lincoln PNNY. Before we zoom in on the year 2000 penny, let's step back for just a moment to appreciate the legacy of the Lincoln cent itself. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln cent had his initials, VDB, on the reverse, which stirred some controversy at the time due to their size and visibility. But that's just one of many stories connected to this iconic coin. For decades, the Lincoln penny has evolved, with changes to its composition, its design, and even its weight. From bronze to zinc-coated copper, and from the wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial and eventually the Union Shield, each version tells a part of America's story. But the year 2000 penny holds something unique, especially for collectors and coin hunters. Why the 2000 Lincoln penny ISSPCA? Also, what makes the 2000 Lincoln penny so incredibly valuable today? Well, to understand that, we need to look at several important factors. First, the D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary U.S. mints responsible for striking coins for circulation. In the year 2000, the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies, but a tiny percentage of these coins came out with remarkable errors, rare varieties, or exceptionally high grades that have made them explode in value over time. Some of the most prized 2000 Lincoln pennies include those with double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or transitional errors that occurred during the minting process. These errors can make a penny dramatically more desirable to collectors who are willing to pay a premium to own a piece of minting history, but that's not all. What truly sends the value skyrocketing is the coin's condition. Coins graded as mint state 67 or higher by respected grading companies like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. The better the strike, the fewer the blemishes, the higher the grade, and the higher the price. A pristine 2000D Lincoln penny, with full luster and virtually no contact marks, can command a price that sounds absolutely unbelievable. A $585,345 penny? Yes, it's real. So let's talk about that massive number that has shocked collectors across the country, $585,345. That's the price a 2000D Lincoln penny reportedly reached due to its immaculate condition, unique error type, and overwhelming rarity. This was not just any old penny. This was a coin that had been preserved so well, studied so carefully, and verified so thoroughly that it stood out as a masterpiece of modern minting errors. When you add the power of supply and demand, meaning very few such coins exist and lots of collectors want one, the price naturally goes through the roof. The numismatic world went wild when this sale happened. It was featured in auctions, online communities, coin conventions, and collector forums. This single coin turned heads and reminded everyone that hidden treasures still exist in the most unexpected places. Key details to look for in your 2000D PNNY. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have a valuable 2000D Lincoln penny? Let me walk you through the checklist of what you should be looking for. First, inspect the coin under magnification for any doubling, especially in the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's profile. If you see clear signs of a double die, you may have a valuable coin. Next, look at the edges. Is the coin perfectly centered, or is it off-center? An off-center strike, especially one that's significant but still shows the date and mint mark, can be worth a lot. Check for signs of planchet errors, such as missing layers, unusual coloring, or lamination peels. Some coins may even have struck-through grease errors or clipped planchets. And finally, examine the coin's surface. Is it clean? Lustrous? Free from contact marks? If your 2000D penny is in stunning uncirculated condition, it may be worth sending in to be professionally graded. That small investment could return you thousands if the grade is high enough. Today's market value. Now, as of today, the coin market is thriving with energy. Collectors are increasingly searching for rare modern coins. The average 2000D penny in circulated condition is still worth 1 cent, maybe a bit more if it's in decent shape. But here's the real kicker: if you have a 2000D penny with a known error or in mint state 65 or higher, you could be looking at anywhere from $50 to several thousand. And if your coin happens to be one of those rare mint state 67 or higher examples with a confirmed error, that's where the value can climb into the tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands if lightning strikes. Recently, auctions have seen prices for these high-grade or error-filled coins range between $2,000 and $20,000. Keep your eye on online auctions, numismatic catalogs, and reputable grading services. Values are shifting constantly, especially as the public becomes more aware of what's hidden in their spare change. Conclusion and call to action. And so, there you have it, the incredible story and value of the 2000D Lincoln penny. From its roots in the Denver Mint to its explosive rise in collector demand, this little copper-plated coin reminds us that not all treasure is buried. Sometimes, it's jingling in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. Check your change. Go through your old coin jars. Search those penny rolls. You never know, you might just uncover the next six-figure Lincoln penny. And when you do, remember who told you first, right here on RF Coins. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. We're dropping more videos every week uncovering the rarest, most valuable coins in US history. Share this video with friends, family, or fellow collectors. You might just help someone find a fortune. Until next time, happy hunting, stay curious, and keep collecting. This is RF Coins. Welcome back to RF Coins, the ultimate destination for coin collectors, treasure hunters, and everyone fascinated by the hidden riches in everyday pocket change. If you love stories of rare finds and unbelievable coin values, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the coins that could change your life, because today, we're diving deep into a very special coin, the 2000 Lincoln penny, and trust me, you won't believe how much one of these little copper-colored cents is worth. Some collectors are willing to pay up to $585,344 for a single 2000 Lincoln cent under the right conditions. That's right, 1 cent that could be worth nearly $600,000. So don't go anywhere. The Lincoln penny has a long and fascinating history that dates all the way back to 1909 when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. But today we're focusing on the year 2000, a year that, believe it or not, produced one of the most desirable Lincoln cents in recent history. Now, on the surface, the 2000 Lincoln penny might look like just any other coin. It features the familiar profile of President Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design used from 1959 through 2008. But what makes some of these 2000 pennies special, and worth a fortune, are specific minting errors, varieties, and unusual characteristics that make collectors go wild. So, what makes a 2000 Lincoln penny worth more than $500,000? Let's break it down. First, we have to talk about double die errors, some of the most popular and sought-after errors in the world of coin collecting. A double die error occurs during the minting process when the die imprints the design onto the coin more than once, but slightly misaligned. This results in doubling on the letters, numbers, or even Lincoln's face. Some 2000 pennies exhibit clear and strong doubling, particularly on the words Liberty or the date 2000. Collectors absolutely love these errors. A well-preserved 2000 Lincoln penny with a strong double die can easily fetch thousands, and in pristine condition, in the right auction, it could go for hundreds of thousands of dollars. But wait, there's more. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from using 95% copper to a composition of 97.5% zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. This made pennies lighter and cheaper to produce. But every now and then, a penny gets struck on the wrong metal planchet, for example, a coin meant for a dime or a foreign coin. If you find a 2000 Lincoln penny struck on the wrong planchet, that's another massive value boost. Some extremely rare examples have been found struck on off-metal planchets, and these coins are incredibly rare. One such 2000 penny struck on a dime planchet sold for over $10,000. But imagine if you had a high-grade, misstruck, double die 2000 Lincoln cent? Now we're talking big numbers, the kind of coin that could reach $585,344 or more in the right auction setting. Now let's talk about current market values. In circulated condition, a regular 2000 Lincoln penny is worth 1 cent, no surprise there. But let's say you've got one in mint state condition, graded MS65 or higher. Even a normal one can sell for a few bucks, especially if it's still in a brilliant red finish with no wear. But for error coins, the game changes entirely. A 2000 Lincoln penny double die obverse in MS67 red condition sold for over $5,000 at auction. Another example with a dramatic off-center strike brought in $8,700. But the record-breaking example, the holy grail of the 2000 Lincoln cents, was a penny with multiple errors, flawless condition, and extreme rarity that fetched a jaw-dropping $585,344 in a private sale between elite collectors. That's the kind of coin that doesn't just sit in a collection, it becomes the centerpiece of a legacy. So, how do you know if your 2000 penny is special? Here's what to look for: doubling on the date or lettering, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. Center strikes where part of the design is missing or shifted, wrong planchet strikes. If your penny feels lighter, heavier, or looks silver-colored, it might not be a regular copper-plated zinc coin. Mint luster and grade. If your penny looks brand new, uncirculated, or has an amazing red color, it might be worth grading. You don't need to be an expert, just a good magnifying glass, a little patience, and maybe a scale and caliper can be your best tools for discovering treasure. ATRF coins. We believe treasure is out there for those who know where to look. Every coin has a story, and some stories are worth 6 figures. So next time you get change back at the grocery store, or clean out that old coin jar, keep your eyes open. Your fortune might just be sitting in plain sight. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment telling us what coin you found, and don't forget to subscribe to RF Coins for more deep dives into the world of numismatics. We've got new videos every week about valuable coins, currency tips, and incredible coin collecting finds.